Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and now talking about a horrific event that took place in South Africa, of all places. A wonderful beacon of democracy and progressive wokeness in the world, right? South Africa, we're being told that this is where the salt of the earth, good people really come from, and it's us horrible white Western men that are the disease, destroying the world as we know it. Well, kind of not so much. Look, I was reading this actually now. It apparently happened like a couple days ago, but I haven't seen any of this in CNN or Fox News. As of right now, because these are ongoing events. They just horrific new details after 84 people arrested in music video rape attack. This is as of this is a couple days ago. This is from today in the Daily Mail. Teenager among 8 models gang raped in South Africa described horrific attack and how she and her... Well, I don't even want to go into all the gory details because that's not the point. What is the point of this video? The point of this video is showing you how there's parts of the world where people are extremely different. I talk all the time about crime, about people that are violent, about people that suffer mental disorders, drug abuse, mental problems, criminals. You have all of that. You have violent criminals. You have violent thugs. You have, yes, of course, rapists. You have people that are very messed up in the head. This, though, is something different. When you have 84 men raping 8 little girls, you're not talking about a couple deranged criminals or a rapist or some degenerate. You're talking about a culture that is completely different from the Western society that is so often targeted by the woke crowd, pointing at white men as the patriarchal evil that is, the worst thing that could possibly happen to humanity. Well, not so much. These are places where the idea of what's good and bad, good and evil, wrong and right behavior is completely disconnected with the values that we have. It's not even about developed countries. Even across Latin America, I don't think I can remember last time something like this. I could not think of a single incident in which this amount of people did something this horrible. Yes, you have like a bunch of guys that abuse a girl. That happens every once in a while, pretty much everywhere you see, especially if there's alcohol involved, if there's drug involved. You see like 3 or 4 guys abuse a girl, or maybe even more. Now, when you're talking about 80 guys, this apparently was in Johannesburg, where they were filming like a video clip, right? So there was a bunch of young women and girls, models. So they were dancing around while filming this video clip in this location, where it was an abandoned mine. What they didn't know was that in this abandoned mine, there were illegal miners. So guys, criminals that were mining in this place, stealing gold, right, from this abandoned mine. Now, when a lot of these men, 84, were arrested, when these men saw that there were a bunch of girls nearby, they decided to rape them. And this was not seen as something that is evil or bad. Usually, you don't think about something like this even being possible when there's that much people around you, right? You look for safety in numbers, right? That's the kind of thing in the West with our traditional values. We think that, no, a bunch of people will not stand still while I'm being raped, just around them, like just a few feet away. We don't think of that. But in other parts of the world, like Africa, like India, for example, the kind of thing that happens in India, where you have a bus full of men that all of a sudden, there's a nice looking girl that just walked in, let's rape her. That doesn't even work in the minds of pretty much anyone in the West. When you look at a larger group, right? If you think at a train, a bus full of men, full of people. Let's say there's a bus in Latin America, and there's a bus full of people in Latin America. I cannot think of a country where something like that ever happened. Like, there's a random group of men and women, and all of the guys all of a sudden are okay with raping one of the women, and everyone goes along with that. No, maybe you have one degenerate, maybe you have a couple of them, but there's a good chance that people around them will not be like those guys, and will most likely not stand still while you go along with the abuse of a woman. It actually is morally wrong to do something like that. You're not supposed to do that. It's actually one of those things that even though you don't want to get involved, if it's something that's happening right there in front of you, you just cannot stand still because it's so morally reprehensible and against everything that we consider good in terms of human nature, basic values that we all share. Now, we don't all share these. People like these do not share those core values. So what's the point of this? That there's parts in the world where the left is telling us that they're more advanced than we are, more progressive and better and just, wonderful people. Not so much. Places like Africa, places like India, you may find people that have very different ideas of what's right and wrong. If you see an old man abusing a little 7-year-old girl, you may think that is messed up, that is probably illegal, that is morally wrong. Now, if you're in Afghanistan, it may have been made illegal at some point, but there's parts, across the country where, that's tradition. If I have a farm and I have a little girl and some wealthy man offers me a goat or, some money for that girl, you sell the little girl because, what is she good for? She cannot work in the field. We sell our daughters to old creeps. That is our culture. That's what we've known all along. We're not going to be changing that because someone in the West thinks that's wrong. What am I going to be doing with this girl? She's barely capable of working like a man. No, that is that's not woke enough. They don't care about that sort of thing. They see a man and a woman, they see a boy and a girl, and they see that the girl has less value than the boy because the boy will grow up to be a man that can do actual hard labor in the field, and the girl is something that if I can sell her, we're all happy. We're trying to sell her to someone that's wealthy, some wealthy old guy that maybe already has a couple girls in his house, so she's gonna be in good company. We don't think like that. We actually would do something terrible to people that even consider doing that to our children, our daughters. You would actually think of doing something very violent to someone that is even considering abusing of your child, of your daughter, right? You will have a very opposite reaction to, how much are you offering for her? Do you see the difference? Now, because of globalism, because of the left always corrupting culture in the West and trying to make us believe that this is perfectly normal and sane, there's a good chance that you may end up with someone like this living right next to you, right? CNN won't mention much of this. Fox News, won't talk much about this. And we'll talk about other stuff, of course. But basically, guys, you know how this goes. The same owners of the good old legacy media doing their thing. But this is a horrible, and I hear about these things happening all the time, about backpackers from Europe that go over there think, these are wonderful people. Yeah, some of them are not. Culturally speaking, they don't see it in the same light doing this kind of thing, having this kind of behavior. And these may end up being the people that end up living right next to you. You have to worry about the criminals. You have to worry about the drug addicts, the criminally insane. You have to worry about bad people in your community that may have lived their entire lives. But besides that, if people from these other parts of the world with very different values end up in your vicinity, understand that they may have completely different ideas of what normal and not normal behavior is. Okay, folks, prepare for this. The best thing to do, learn about how to defend yourself, the stuff I cover in the videos all the time in my channel, the stuff I explain in street survival skills just to keep yourself safe as things keep on getting worse, and in the economic aspect, surviving the economic collapse. My books that are available in Amazon, following those links below, they're in the description. Take care. See you next time.